Hey guys, we're at the community call number 6 for Farsite Fleet. Insert name here. Soon will be a different name, but so I updated the information for the contest. I'll be pulling that up here in a second to show you guys, but it is in the announcements page on both Farsight, the fleet, and also private server. So, and also to throw out there, we are working on another server with our guilds. Once we figure out a best name for us, then we'll be introducing that guild channel in there, and then have everyone go over there as well, including these groups that we already made. So we're not going to take away from the groups we've already made. We want to just add more features to our guild, essentially, or corp, for the future use case for our guild, so we can be able to play other games and whatnot. So that's kind of the big grand scheme of things, is being able to play other games as well as Farsight too. So hopefully everyone is up to date on the next release is on the 27th. I have a video that I will show you guys that I previously made. Just highlights everything that's been going on with Farsite Fleet and just in general with Farsight. There's not a lot to talk about outside of that when it comes to Farsight, but of course, still going to be here every week, still doing the community calls regardless. Just keeping up with the times, and hope to have everybody here once we get some more, Farsight gameplay with everybody for tomorrow. So, but anyways, I want to pull up some stuff here. Share my screen. Where are we? Farsite Fleets. So yeah, I wanted to pull this up here. So yeah, this is the new Farsite Fleet naming contest. I put in about 30. It was 30 names. I know the naming contest was a little sparse, and it was like last second, and people felt like it was very selective to basically being the ones that we wanted. And now I wanted to open it up for everybody to be able to make some choices. I think this is fair. I picked as many as I could. Um, Many people had a lot of names, so I try to select the best ones, of course, as many as I can too. I mean, I think there was like 50 maybe, or 40 or so. But yeah, so just select a choice. You have one selection, and from here we're gonna do a 2 week the naming contest at this point, because I want to reset from where we were at. I don't think we were uh, quite as active or even selective on the choices, so I wanted to reset that. There was some advice from everyone, and then they gave us some good advice to be able to just go back and try it again. So I think that's a good chance for us to really pick a good name. And then we're going to go on the second round after the 2 weeks, and then we'll do the selection within the month. So similar to what it was already. Um, we would already been to this selective option for now, but it's good that we reset it and get some more options. So anyways, so the January 27th, I mentioned this in the video. We're going to be able to have some more gameplay, be able to transport our resources, and the refineries are going to be open. There are some stipulations that were mentioned about not being able to destroy the previous building and then putting the refinery on the sector. So I don't know if that's been fixed. I've been kind of not in tune to the group in the last few days, so maybe they've changed that, or it's been changed on the day of the release. So we'll see. This is January 27th, so it's going to be most likely 1 p.m. UTC. That tends to be like the team's time they release things for all their projects. So stay tuned to that. I'm sure there might be a delay, of course. That's just how it goes. And then Farsight, the gameplay. So I released a video. Definitely check that out. I'm going to be posting this video tomorrow. So if you're not here, then I will repost it. And then, yeah, so added to this will extend the roadmap a couple weeks to a month. Of course, everything is kind of up in the air until we get some ground with the name choices. I think that will kind of make my options a little bit more selective, so I can make the right decision on the next roadmap. Um, and that's pretty much it for the covering of Farsite Fleet when it comes to Farsite, and then future reference when it comes to the game itself or the guild. I wanna keep saying guild per se. Um, is that I in my own projects are working towards uh play to earn games that utilize um like PvP battles to earn crypto on top of the game you're playing. So non-traditional crypto games as well as tradition or I call them non-traditional crypto games because I play blockchain games. But you know, I guess traditional gaming and non-traditional gaming allowing players to earn crypto while playing them in PvP. So this will bring a lot of eyes with guilds. There's a lot of guilds with this project that my project will be working with. I can't say specifically yet on this video, but we are very close to connecting with them, and they're very happy with the project that we have. So going forward, with Farsite Fleet, we'll be able to tap into those projects because I'm connected with them, and I have told my team that once we get to a certain point, that I will be introducing our ecosystem together, and that's kind of what I want to do is kind of merge and marry things together, so that way I feel like I could be as capable connecting with everyone in this community as possible because I am working on the back end for play to earn and PvP type gaming. So that introduction would be an easy transition for us once we have our name down and we kind of have like a focus and everyone kind of rallied. So I think once we get to that point, it'll be around February, March, as when we get our proper introduction to everything. And then once that happens with the naming contest, hopefully I'll come up with some good names. We can have another choices here. I think with the brand, I might have to be a little lenient on those choices just because it's a name that's going to be representation of all of us. So, to be announced on that. But once we get that down, we can integrate with all the projects I'm involved in on the back end. And I think that will be very beneficial for us in the future. And some of the projects that are being developed are um, a certain DAOs and stuff. So I think that would also play a part in into representing us as well. So I'll be able to integrate specific DAOs into our ecosystem and yeah. So there's just like a whole lot going on behind the scenes, but unfortunately, I can't add too much to this community until we have figured out the names, as well as just being here every week and trying to connect with everybody and go forward. Of course, I'm here as well always if anybody has questions. But yeah, if there's anything you want to add, Scorn?
No, I'm just mostly waiting for tomorrow and gonna move some metal around and check out what's going on, look at the graphics, test what they have available. It sounds like zero time travel, so it's not gonna take you a lot of time. Like the first bit of flying that they had, there was actual a timer, and it was actually significant compared to Eve Online, which is my only real comparison when it's real traveling. But it seemed like it was longer in system. So I don't. It's going to be interesting to see what happens and how that all evolves, and the cost of fuel and where the heck is the fuel coming from? Are the players going to make it, or
Yeah, that's right.
so there's a lot of fun things to look forward to coming out. I mean, I know where they are in terms of their status. So I mean, I'm sitting back just doing what I can and farting around with my tool. Having fun coding. So
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's the tool is going to be very beneficial for everything. Like you said, like once you could just pretty much just put whatever information in there and it'll generate it. So I think yeah, definitely it's going to be useful for other games as well and as well as Farsight. So I just want to be able
yes,
to yeah.
currently working on logging in, right? So which is one thing that JSON seems to be able to do really easy, but I haven't figured it out for for that particular, I can do it in multiple ways, but I'm trying to do it all in one language so I don't have like pieces hanging off that aren't actually all encompassing. But yeah, having lots of fun, learning lots of stuff, like endless learning. That's what this whole thing is all about, right?
That's true. Yeah, there's just so much knowledge out here. Um, yeah. If there's anything to add, we'll just talk. What's up, J Flow? Going on?
What's up, man? Yeah, so first off, I just wanted to share that, yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow's update. Like Scorn said, gonna move some things around, test out the gameplay, and again, like this is just we're so early. We're so early, and every time there's progress, celebrate that progress because it is one step more. Because I'm sure the team is they're working hard and putting their efforts in, and so yeah, I'm just like this is something that I attribute to investments and building businesses. Just celebrate the progress, right? We all want it to be here now, fast, but just recognizing things take time, right? And also regarding just the overall for the crypto market, like where it's at right now. Like I remember in 2017 and going through the waves and just realizing, just for those who may be finding it challenging during these times of, sea of red, just realize to zoom out, right? Zoom out and look at the bigger picture, right? Understand what you're investing in, understand like the technology behind it, like so that's what I tend to do when there's things like this occurring, to just kind of zoom out. So I just kind of share that bit about investing in knowledge. Right, I think that's a theme here. As well as there's so much knowledge out there. Like I was reading this white paper a friend of mine shared with me. It's like 138 pages, and just looking at this guy's thesis of why he's investing in layer one, layer two, and just like, and that's like one person's idea. So there's a lot out there, and I would say, for me personally, just being a student and just trying to understand like what the implications are and what the technology is helps weather during these times, right? And so just I wanted to share that. How are you feeling about the market?
I got some good advice apparently. Well, I actually pulled the trigger before that, but I was watching Crown Crypto. I mean, sometimes he's able to like talk about certain projects I'm involved in, but
Mm.
he was stating that with the congressional meeting or with what's his name, Powell. It's from
Feds, yeah, the Meds meeting.
yeah, yeah, the Fed meeting. Yeah, so he said that it tends to run until about the middle of the speech, and then it tends to go down from there. So it did exactly what he said. It ran
What
high.
do you mean, middle of the speech?
So like in the middle of the speech was probably like what 30 minutes or something. So like
Uh,
within like half of the speech or whatever was going on, this was
mm,
with Powell. Within
right.
30 minutes, the price was starting to taper off on certain
Mm,
projects.
mm, mm, mm,
So I
mm,
seen this kind of across the whole market actually. Yeah, he was saying
mm.
that it runs higher, but macro wise, we're still on the downtrend. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so macro trend says that we're still going down, and so just before that, actually, ironically, I did sell some of my tokens, and for a second, I was like, no, the market. I woke up, the market was going up, but then I was like, it's probably going to do exactly what he said, and it looked exactly what was going on. It was running a little bit. It was showing a false move up, a bear trap, or is it a bull trap or a bear trap? I think it's a bear trap. Yeah, it's a bear trap. Um, Not bull trap.
Bull
Bull trap.
trap, I think.
It would be bull trap. It was going up. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So it was a bull trap this morning. You can tell it only ran to like 38. It was only 39 bits, I think, on Bitcoin. That's on the, so I'm looking at really macro, at least monthly, and on the monthly, it's still doing what I think it's gonna do, which is go down a bit more. It's gonna do a fake bounce up, then it's gonna wreck everybody again, and then it's gonna actually go up again. But that's a late last. Well, not too late, but like almost summer to late fall, the 3 month gap. But I mean, I could be completely wrong. But based on just like the RSI says that it's similar to a certain pattern that went on from the the December 17 and then the March 21. It's still on the downtrend from March 21. So yeah, we'll see. But I feel like we definitely are gonna go down from here. Everything's in the red pretty much now, even though it was not earlier. And now that I've seen this, I'm definitely happy with my decisions. For a second, I was like, an extra $20,000-$30,000 is not bad, but if that was the right decision before I pulled the trigger in comparison to when it went up, I think I'm okay. So
Got it.
that,
Oh, yeah. I'm curious. Tomorrow, what are you planning to do? Like, so one can fly through the gates to go to the different sectors, and then can one build a refinery? Then, if they have the materials, can move it to one location and then build a refinery with it.
Yeah.
yeah, as long as you have the option, like the space to do it, I don't think they're gonna let us like destroy a previous building and then put a new one on. Seems like it's only one way right now, it seemed, or at least it was last week, they said. I mean, but they were going to work on that, so it'll be fixed.
Got it. So just like throwing out, yeah. Go
Oh no,
Basically speaking, if you don't have all four minerals being mined yourself, you won't be starting a refinery because nobody can trade. So we'll wait for the next upgrade when there's trading, and then everybody can start their refineries.
Sorry, I cut out for a second. You were saying that you can't build a refinery, or you can if you have all the ingredients.
Yeah, you have to have all the materials for sure.
Yourself.
Gotcha.
You won't be able to trade with anybody to get them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, you've been mining a bunch, right?
Yeah.
So are you gonna find like a planet that you're gonna build a refinery and start refining some stuff?
I mean, I should have strategized a bit better when it came to like specific areas, but I think there's one planet, I think it's NYX or NIX, one of those. I think I still have a lot of sectors open, so yeah, it definitely would try to get it in one location. It'd be easier. But
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder because just brainstorming here. There's no credits because it's free, right? And it's instant to transfer over. So I wonder if there's some kind of advantage of transferring like longer distance stuff that you might not that's like instantaneously transferred. Just
I would
that's more valuable.
All of your resources. I would get all of your resources and move them to one spot. If it'll hold it. I don't know if crypto can hold all his in one spot, but you should collect it into a place where you can use it, and you don't have to travel to use that, at least that what you have now, because there may be some threats the next time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have to definitely strategize on that for sure.
But there's like a limit to the refinery, probably like a speed to doing it, right? So if you move all your stuff to one spot, then you're maybe bottleneck to that how fast that thing that one refinery can produce. But I do see value in grouping them, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least having them on the same planet. Ideal.
Right. Because I think I read in the white paper that interplanetary, like inside the planet, it's safe from outside. Versus if you're traveling from planet to planet, it's prone to attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mentioned something about star governors too, so something with that. You're saying
Smaller guys. The smaller guys, though, they don't really, they don't have a lot to move. But I'm not thinking of a guy who has like 20 sectors or more. I'm thinking of the guys who have 2 or 3 or 4. Get
Right.
all their stuff into the area where they know they're going to be building a refinery, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So,
Oh, yeah. That's a
I've
great
already
idea.
sort of like planned it. I have a space open to drop it. I only have so much space, so I'm not going to like burn stuff because that's burning cash. I don't have money to burn, so I'm just going to wait and leave it open for when I can do it, right?
that's smart.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely could have. I mean, I mostly focused on whatever resource, and then I threw some together that were, random, like finite looking resources. Like low, like it takes a very long time to produce. Some of the gemstones. Um, those were kind of harder to get. So within I think a month, I got like 20 or 30 of them. I didn't get much, but I can see that because they're harder to mine. There's probably some intrinsic value. I don't, I'm sure be able to build something with some of these rare minerals. But,
Yeah, it'd be really interesting when the trading marketplace opens, right? Like, I think in general, most people probably are mining the stuff that can build a refinery. But what's the next step after that, right? So, I think I heard or saw in the Discord someone mentioning about how oxygen or water would be valuable, and that makes sense. But to what aspect? So it's kind of like besides the strategy of mining for what's the refinery, like what are potential, because if, like, let's say you pick something that's like a, I don't know, diamond, and diamond are the hardest to mine, and for some reason they build a super ship or something like that, then they'll be really valuable if no one's mining it right when the marketplace uploads. So what do you guys think?
I think that you you have to understand we're populating the universe, and right now there's nothing. So nobody's going to build no big ship anytime soon. They have to go through the refinery stage, and they got to go through the component manufacturing stage, and then they got to get a shipyard. So here now, that's 3 steps that are obvious. They could throw more in there, and so I have plans. I know what I think I should be doing, and that is serving the new players. And they're going to be coming in with no money. They're going to be wanting to upgrade their free ship with storage and miner lasers. And those are the guys who are going to come in on mass and mining asteroids and producing all sorts of minerals, which aren't necessarily going to be used right away because there's nobody going to have a shipyard by the time the first guys start showing up, right? The ships that are there are the ones that are going to be there. I just don't see it happening that fast. A shipyard sounds to me like significant leap from just a component manufacturer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a incorrect example of a diamond use.
They're all recorded, like as in the popularity of a particular resource is known. What does it build, and where does it show up the most, and which one of them shows up in the more blueprints is already known. We already know all that. We have graphs that show, the resources that are going to be used and in demand most. And believe it, it's not diamonds, and it's not all that other really hard stuff to mine. It's like steel. I mean, you got to build frames. frames are one of the basic components. You don't have frames, you don't have nothing to put together. I mean, that's what holds stuff together. And they're from base materials. So, you should look at it that we are populating the universe and we need to build the base stuff. And that's what your target should be.
What's the steel? What's the steel symbol? Is there a symbol for steel, or is that like a couple of things combined into making steel?
Here, well, I can pop up my little. Hang on, I'll pop up my little app, and I'll show it. We'll go through it in a sec here.
Yeah, definitely see similarities with MCP and how that started with the slow integration. Yes, water and electricity are the most intrinsic resource. So yeah, I mean, I can see that being some type of, like CO2, or if it's water, or if it's, like steel, or any base resource that requires to produce anything. So yeah, it's a good focal point, that's for sure.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Scantium is what they call steel.
The SO. Oh, okay. That's one of the components of for the refinery.
Yeah,
dude, that is a cool. What is that? Is that a program?
This is my tool, dude.
Dude, that's awesome.
So here, if you're gonna do oil, this is all the stuff that comes out of oil. If you're gonna mine it, if you want to get CO2, here's all the things that could mine, and these are the side products out here that are the CO2 that you were clicked on. But this is what's going to give it to you.
That is so awesome, man. You built that?
Yeah. So it'll even tell you the cost per item that you're getting here down here at the bottom, right? There's 10 per item versus 30 per item.
Okay, okay. Item. Wow. So what are the top 3 things you're mining?
I'm only mining stuff. I only have 2 things that I can mine that make any sense, and that's the scantium and copper ore. These 2 here are the only ones I have access to.
Oh, that's copper ore.
Right. Those are the 2 that we need, right? Those are the only 2 I have on my planet. So
I think, yeah, those are the 2 that's needed.
So let's say like a laser miner, like how does one build a laser miner? Because I can see, like, I don't know, potentially like an asteroid, and you go mine that asteroid with laser miner, because I think that's one of the things going through the checklist they give to you, right?
Oh, I just found a bug. Backspace doesn't work in there. I have to make it work.
Mining laser element.
Right. So it's a 303. I have them all ready to start looking at. But when you get there, there's no real, it doesn't tell you. It'll tell you what elements and stuff you need, but it won't tell you how much. It's all zeroed. So we're kind of at the point where we're ahead of the database. So
Right. Well, hey, man, big shout out to you for creating this, man. Like, just the intentionality and like putting this together, because it makes a lot of sense. We need to know what's to mine, because there's all these different elements.
Yeah. Well, this is what it's all about. I love this kind of stuff. I like creating those kinds of things. So
nice.
So I mean, for me, it's just playtime.
Nice. Awesome, man. Well, I would love to stay on longer. I've got a newborn, and just wanted to hop in, check in with you guys, and just celebrate, because tomorrow's another step forward, and just excited to see you both. Actually, there we go. Let's go.
Hey, man.
Hey.
We'll look after your baby.
Yeah. So great to see you guys. Happy New Year, and then I'll check in with you guys. And we should have a slogan too, like infinity and beyond type of thing. So like when we're about to launch it and go into the space, we'll be able to say that.
Nice.
Cool. Awesome, man. You fellas have a great one.
You too,
Have a
man.
great
Bye.
one too. Bye.
All right. Blow on.
That was great. Got
That
to
was
see
cool.
everybody.
Yeah.
Got to see all our faces at once. That's fun.
Well, you know, I figured you're doing it. I may as well. I got the equipment here, so.
Nice. Yeah.
Alrighty,
so-
man. Take away the show.
Well, I think this is pretty much it for the community call number 6. Yeah, definitely check out the contest. We need some votes. We need some voices. We'd like to make some good choices here. Hopefully, everyone gets involved. We'll see everybody tomorrow, bright and early. Hopefully, maybe later in the day. That's okay. And thanks for everyone that showed up. Thanks JFlow. Thanks Scorn, for showing us his database. That's amazing. And yeah, parting words.
Let's rock on tomorrow. Have some fun, man. All right. Looking forward to some gaming.
Nice. Thank you. This is awesome. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Later.
Peace.